one of the reasons God doesn't tell you about the future is because if we knew, we might not even do anything or very little of what you might have dreamed. When we married and said, yes, I do, that was Easter Monday, 1974. We were excited, waiting to transform dreams into reality. I got pregnant immediately, and after 9 months, I delivered a healthy, bouncing baby boy. Everybody was rejoicing. That was the perfect event for Igboland. And like people say, little did I know. I had no idea we had just started what was going to be 10 good years of trials and tribulations. The baby was born, he was looking okay, but in the course of 75, he started developing strange patterns. At the time he started walking, then he was walking, then he started talking. Papa, Mama, just like every other baby. And then suddenly, we noticed that he was falling, running and falling, running and falling. And then we went to France for a holiday. My auntie was saying, doesn't look like he's seeing very well. I thought, well, that's it. That's the only thing you can say about my child. I didn't know she was right, that he started being blind. And then we came back. We went to hospital to report. They didn't know what was wrong. One of his legs was malfunctioning. The ankle was turning inwards, creating spasms. That was quite painful. And then at the time, the specialist in the teaching hospital thought that maybe they needed to operate to cut a tendon short or something. Then the second leg started giving the same trouble. And so they got petrified, and it was beyond their science. They didn't know what to say. They said, maybe you go abroad and find out. So we went to France. The research was taken by a research institute in Lyon. And then they made a lot of tests and told me, is your only child, do you want another one? And I said, yeah. They said, well, I've never seen that kind of orphan disease. It's a degenerative disease, and we don't know the prognosis. So just try and get other children. We came back, and at first it was a deliverance because we didn't need to go to the hospital again, trying to make our boy walk with little crutches at the age of 2 and 2 plus. But then it got worse and worse. From leg number 2 to couldn't sit anymore, could not stand, could not talk. Everything was affected. He became blind. And all the while we were just praying and say, God, please. Meanwhile, my husband got attacked. One day we went to the village for funerals, and in spite of all our cares, we didn't eat, we didn't drink, but somebody used the deadly witchcraft system against us. And then my husband started struggling to walk. He couldn't walk, he was crawling, he was in pain, and at a point he could not breathe anymore. He had intestinal occlusion. We went to the medical center. They tried to find what was wrong. They couldn't, because they were different sickness all in one that nearly took his life. It was just a miracle that he survived. Otherwise, I will not be telling the story now. And all the while, all we did was praying, because medicals started try to, he was on daily injection for 1 year. He was walking with a stick. And then we wanted another child. Try and try, we couldn't. And retrospectively, we thought that actually there was too much stress. Having that debilitating child, my husband unwell, and too much stress. So we tried and tried. At a point, we went to the hospital for exams. They checked me in and out, couldn't find anything. And then in 1982, our son died. And then the family got against us. They were cursing us and doing all kinds, and threatened us, saying that is it for you, you're going to all die. And actually they tried. But eventually, after he died in 82, then by that time we had 2 little girls, born 79 and 80. And then in 83 we got a boy. The boy that was never to be. And then 84, life started again. And it was looking okay. But in between, 79, I nearly died. After the birth of our first daughter, second child, I got a reaction to penicillin. And I was sick, oblivious of the world, for some 3-4 weeks. So it was a terrible, terrible time. And it was even beyond praying. I was just like under the effect of an unseen anesthetic, probably from God. I was just there curled up saying, God, that was my prayer. God, the whole world had disappeared. I forgot about my parents and my environment. I just tried to exist in between, still working, still caring for the children when I was not sick. My husband eventually recovered fully. I recovered fully. And from 84 up, life became really sweet. So if you see people, they think that they have it all. Don't be deceived. Life is full of ups and downs. And we thank God that everything was okay, finally. It's true that there were other threats. My husband one day got an accident. His Peugeot 404 misbehaved. All of a sudden, as he was going down a road, a street on campus, the steering blocked, the brakes failed, and he was just going down like that. And as he entered somebody's garden at full speed, he just said, Jesus. And the car started being okay. And you managed to stop it, and that was it, the end. Not even a scratch. So trust the Lord with all your might. Rely not on your own understanding, and it will be well. Remember, we are in a battle, but there will be rest one day. Bless you.